I guess it's just gonna get worse, guys. You know, when I first started this channel, I was primarily atheist content. I was actually inspired largely by, P.W. Swivel, but also Steve Shives to start a, skeptic, rationalist, atheist channel. And for those of you who are only familiar with post-2015 Shives, he didn't used to be that way. He used to be just strict atheist, no social justice, anything really. And his wife really didn't appear on camera. Who the fuck knows what happened in late 2014, but, I idolize that guy. And I shifted to anti-social justice content around the same time as just about all the other skeptic channels did. And the timing was just the same. As once I saw Steve Shives fall from grace, I was pissed. And I felt like I had a pretty intimate idea of how dangerous and very effective, actually, social justice indoctrination was. And since, I didn't get any of this bullshit in schools, I was only on the 90s kind of end of political correctness, which is just like, don't hit each other or swear or use slurs on the playground. It was about all I was told about any of that kind of shit. And like I've said before, I grew up with cartoons not of, hey, dote on and pity the minorities, but hey, we're all the same. We should all get along. We're all human beings. We can all relate to each other on a human level if we only try. It was great shit. And that was the life philosophy I learned and I built in myself, to not treat people by their looks, to not judge a book by its cover. So when those 4 young men and that one girl from Chicago, no surprise there, the epicenter of the reason why Black Lives don't matter, where thousands die, or hundreds I should say. I think it was 700 and something people killed, mostly black, in Chicago alone last year. Of course, by other black people. They kidnapped this young white guy who I guess we've been told has either mental health issues or is mildly retarded or something. I don't know, but he seemed like a pretty defenseless guy. They kidnap him, and on Facebook Live, shamelessly showing their faces, torture this kid, stomp on him, punch him, cut him with knives, saying, fuck Trump, fuck white people. And the liberal media is fucking silent. The narrative is gone, okay? Blacks are not oppressed in this country. Period. They're treated like everybody else. How they treat each other, how they treat their environment, not all, hashtag not all, but Chicago, hello, shows what's really going on. I gotta pat myself on the back a little bit for, if you look through my videos, before shit got this bad, I was warning of what I called liberal cowardice, which I now call progressive cowardice, as I'm more educated in politics. Regressive cowardice works just as easily. To admit that blacks are not uniquely oppressed in this country, and that white people can be discriminated against, and in this case can have vicious, disturbing, and completely unacceptable and completely inarguable hate crimes committed against them. And thank God that among kidnapping, assault, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and other associated charges, these 4 or 5 black people are being charged with a hate crime, as they should be. Kudos to the police for being brave enough to do that in this climate where blacks didn't do nothing, can do no wrong, are innocent because, they've been oppressed for 400 years and they have the right to act like, I guess, whites did back then. Well, how is it that slavery was bad? How is it that racial discrimination was bad? How is it was hate crimes and lynchings and public beatings bad when it's okay for you to do it? Why is it okay for black people to do it? You cannot say that racism of the past was bad if you're interested in doing it yourself. It makes you literally and arguably, inescapably know better. And if your whole fucking worldview revolves around how bad those white people were, then why the fuck are you acting like them? You do realize that you are evil. You are racist. You are sadistic. You are an inhuman fucking monster. It wasn't okay when white people did it then. It's not okay for you to do it now. And I hope you go to prison for a fuck long time. And I hope the Aryan Brotherhood finds you and shows you what a real bad white person looks like. What a real racist looks like. And I hope they fucking treat you 10 times worse than you treated that kid. Because you earned it. And then I hope that Aryan guy gets charged with everything you got charged with, because that's not okay either. But I don't see how else these people can learn their lesson. Actually, let me take that back. Let me have a moment of clarity and calm down and tell you exactly how people like this can learn their lesson. It's for people like you to stop enabling them. Do not tolerate this social justice, progressive, Black Lives Matter bullshit. It's based on lies, 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 lies. Okay? You cannot be justified. You cannot be righteous. You cannot be honorable when you act in a monstrously criminal and barbaric way based on lies and pure, unadulterated, uncut, crystal clear fucking hypocrisy. Unbelievable. Unacceptable. We are better than this. This is bullshit. Nobody should be doing this shit. Hello, it's 2017. We have internet. We go to the fucking moon. We instantly communicate across the globe and even into space. What the fuck is this savage, tribal monkey bullshit? And I don't mean monkey like, oh, black people are monkey. I mean, this is some primitive, regressive shit. And this is something that monkeys do to each other. You don't have the excuse the monkey has. You have a frontal cortex that I have too. Our skin ain't got nothing to do with this fucking brain that knows better. Your culture did this to you. And the progressive, fucking sad, white, guilty bullshit cunts who are so obsessed childishly with virtue, who enable you and people like you to do things like this, are as bad or worse than you. And we, all of us, should have a responsibility to be loud as fuck about this. The only thing more evil than the tyranny of bad men is the indifference of good men. This cannot be allowed to continue. It will get worse. And I fully and utterly condemn with the utmost fury news media organizations like CNN and NBC who refused to call this like it is because they are regressive, cocked out motherfuckers. This is a hate crime. This is pure, unadulterated racism. This was an act of extreme violence and cold blood on an innocent person who, according to sources, had done nothing in support of Trump and committed no crime except for having power in his white skin. Fuck you, Trey Melvin, you scumbag. Fuck everybody like you. The only solution to racism is community, brotherhood, and the ability to see past skin. People who say that, oh, colorblindness won't solve the issue are wrong. Colorblindness is the only solution. And people who say, oh no, race is important, race must be acknowledged or you're racist. No, you're the racist. You're the monster. And you make these people. You enable them. You didn't, people like Francesca Ramsey and Trey Melvin didn't stomp on this white guy. But they co-sign it. They endorse it. They're glad it happens. They're fucking monsters. And yeah, the guy who shot Walter Scott should go to prison. And yeah, racism still happens in the fucking South. But the Ku Klux Klan doesn't exist. The Klan with the tan, however, is in full swing. And neither one of those things, the KKK or these Black Lives Matter inspired psychos, they're both evil. There is no difference. None! Thanks for watching.